What's up, everyone? My name is Morcie, and if you're new to this channel, I help others step out of the mind and into the present moment. I talk about the joy of being, conscious manifestation, all that feel-good stuff to help you remember who you are. And today, I want to talk about how I feel right now. I want to talk about the key to being unbothered through observing the mind, observing thoughts fade away. In short, the key to observing the mind is finding a new perspective, right? Think about it. The mind, it's so filled, it's so focused on outdated assumptions, negative thoughts, destructive thought patterns. All of this is preoccupying the mind and consuming the mind with this need to defend itself against what is an illusion, right? It's fear. All of what the mind is focusing on when it comes to outdated assumptions, negative thoughts, destructive thought patterns, it's all fear. It's all illusion. Fear is an illusion, right? Walk straight ahead. It's important to recognize that. This is the importance of observing the mind, observing thought. It's a very simple spiritual practice. If you ever find yourself complicated by it, it's because you are overcomplicating it. It's as simple as being aware of the thoughts that are flowing through the mind. Once you are aware, it's a bug. Once you are aware, the thoughts fade away. The thoughts fade away. So what that does is it gives you the opportunity to make a choice. Rather than being in the thought, not even recognizing that the thought is not you, that you don't need to identify with the thought, you can pull back, you can detach. See yourself as awareness and recognize whoa, I am separate from this thought. I am not this thought. This is when you are observing the mind. Very simple. Major key to being unbothered. Everything around you is you, right? You know you're having a shift in consciousness when you recognize that it's you versus you. It's not you versus the world. It's not you versus your friend. It's not you versus society. It's you versus you. You versus your thoughts about A, B, and C. The narrative you place about A, B, and C. The rhetoric that you focus on about A, B, and C. You can even think of it this way. You aren't the present. You don't have a present moment. You're in the present moment. You don't have an experience. You are this experience. Therefore, wherever your thoughts go, you shift. So wherever your thoughts shift, you shift as well. I just kind of have to sit in that. I tell myself this all the time, but it's just, I never find myself bored by that. I've probably said this in 10, 20 of my videos. And I'll say it in 10, 20 future videos. Because that puts you in a place where you are in control of your mind. And that's when you find yourself being unbothered. That's when you find that you are not reactive. You choose to respond. Or you even give yourself the opportunity to recognize, hey, I don't even have to respond if I don't want to respond. Most times that's the best response, no response at all. Here's the thing about being unbothered. When you want to be unbothered, you choose to be unbothered. It's as simple as that. Now, the mind may fight you. The mind may have heard this and been like, yeah, right, Morcie. That's not true. When so-and-so says something to me, that bothers me. When so-and-so does something to me, that bothers me. What's bothering you is your thought about that person, your thought about that situation. What's happening is it's getting in the way of right choice, right action. There's no space. Because there's no space, it leads to reactivity. It leads to anger, stress, frustration, blame, projection. Shall I keep going? When you want to be unbothered, you choose to be unbothered. When you want to be at peace, you choose to be at peace. What a relief to know that I have a choice. I have a choice. And here's what I want to talk to you about. I understand that in many cases it may not feel easy. I know. I've been there too. I'll probably be there in the future. It might happen, but my intention is for me to bring in space. My intention is not for me to never be unbothered. I don't want to focus on that, right? I want to focus on my ability to step back into the present moment. If ever I feel like I'm unbalanced, I'm not aligned with the present moment, if ever I feel like I'm feeling frustrated or I'm about to blame, I want to have the awareness to know that I trust myself to step out of the mind and into the present moment. The present moment where I know the key to being unbothered. When you choose to be unbothered, these neural networks in your brain, they open up. You are literally biologically, you're changing the chemistry in your body. I'm not just talking about in another dimension. I'm not just talking about a shift in consciousness. I'm talking about your physical body. Simply by using the power of thought, your awareness of thought, even more than power, your awareness of thought, your use of the imagination, you are physically changing the structure within your brain, within your body. Think about it, right? Sometimes, I remember I was watching something. It was an actor. This actor had a fake gash on his head. And he said that he started to get phantom pain. Why? Because the mind saw this gash. And it was like, oh, pain, there's a gash, right? You see how the mind and body connect? This is why it's so important to recognize that you have a choice. To recognize the key to being unbothered. The more you step into that, you focus more on what matters here and now. Often the mind, it's trying to focus on what it can control, right? It's wasting its mental energy, right? When you are focused on the here and now, naturally you align with the present moment. Naturally, you will find yourself emotionally light, mentally energized, physically rested. Just by this, just the mind, just by choice. The key to being unbothered, finding a new perspective, knowing you have a choice, that is huge. Knowing you have a choice. It's very popular, especially the questions that I get, especially with manifestation, right? To want to manifest maybe a new house, a new job, a new relationship. Those things are wonderful. I would never put those things down. They're wonderful. They really show yourself and you recognize who you are as a master manifester. But none of that's as fulfilling when you don't have control over your own mind. When you are allowing thoughts to use you instead of you using thought. When you're not observing the mind, recognizing the thoughts that are flowing through your mental field. Can you see those clouds in the background? Those are thoughts. You are the sky. The thoughts, they're the clouds. They come and they go. I can sit here, right, for a solid 10 seconds and do a time lapse. And what you'll see is that the sky is still and the clouds are moving. Stillness. Stillness. You are the sky. The clouds are the thoughts that come and go. I want to leave you with something else too. Peace. Peace. Right? The key to being unbothered, peace. Make peace your baseline. Make it the space you return to when you become aware of yourself. Whenever you find yourself going off into this space of unconsciousness, whether it's reacting, whatever it might be, okay? Remember that you can return home to peace. I call peace home because fundamentally, peace is the self. Peace is you, the self with the capital S, awareness, your inner essence. Shall I keep going? Be sure that and recognize that you can return to peace. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what you've experienced. Every single person has access to peace. Access to the self. Awareness. You might have been waiting. I wasn't waiting. I was feeling the flow of life flowing through me, consciousness flowing through me. I had a couple of points right here. This is my little journal. Kind of went off the road, off the beaten path, because I just felt a flow of what I wanted to share. I wanted to be there with myself, be present, out of the mind and into the present moment. It just felt nice, just being here. You can do it with me. I don't even care if you're in your room, you're in your car, in your house. Feel the flow of life flowing through you, the energy in your body, from your feet to your knees, to your hips, your stomach, your chest, down your arms, neck, face, crown. You are free. You are peace. You are awareness. You are this experience. You are the present moment. You have a choice. Be sure to check out my guided meditation. It's specifically for observing the mind, watching thoughts and emotions fade away. It's not just thought, it's emotions as well, right? They go hand in hand. When you have a thought, that emotion responds. Your emotion is a mirror of thought within the body. When you have a thought enough, oftentimes your emotions affect thought. It's a loop, it's a cycle. First it goes to thought, affecting emotions. You have that thought enough, the emotion affects your thoughts, right? We're talking about mind and body. Mind and body alignment. Make the intention to control the mind. Make the intention to observe the mind. You won't have to be like me and come out here in paradise. This is what I feel like. It's paradise. But you won't have to be here. You can remember this, okay? This is one thing I do. When I go back and I'm around buildings and there's more people and there's cars honking, I return to peace by remembering the feeling, right? I know I don't have to escape to an empty forest. I don't have to escape to palm trees. I don't have to escape to where there's no people. I know that the peace lies within. Remember the feeling, okay? I shared a couple things with you about the key to being unbothered. Quite a few. Take this with you, hold it with you, share this with someone. Watch this as much as you need. And remember, live in a state of gratitude. My name is Morcie. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. It helps me, it helps this channel. And let me know what you thought about this video. I'm sending you love. I love you all dearly. Peace.